Wagga chaka, wagga chaka, wagga chaka, wagga chaka, wagga chaka. Hello. So, here we go for another Ark video. I ended up doing a dum-dum again and ended up letting my storage get very, very full. Like an idiot. Oh well. So, really we're just gonna be catching up. I hope you enjoy. So, for anybody who ended up watching the last video, or should I say the first episode, I guess, we ended up trying to tame a phoenix, but failed because we were underprepared. Oh well. Tara, you're a fucking skeleton. What's up? Oh, shit. No, we're not. So, that failure taught us and put us in our place, knowing that we were just underprepared to actually deal with quite a lot of the game as it is right now. And to get to that state of preparation, we are going to need a lot of resources. Thankfully, while the rest of my tribe, they enjoy taming different animals and breeding and all that, I enjoy resource collecting. So, that's what I did.
Oh, you fucking donkey!
Though this did not come without distractions, you know. There's always something to take you off of what you're after in Ark. Yeah, I'll go on this side then, you go on the other side. Oh, you twatted me. So, my friend Elite ended up finding a rock elemental. These are gonna be one of the best things that we could use right now for farming stone and wood. The only problem is that we have to use a lot of obsidian to make the cannonballs, which is just a resource that we're struggling with at the moment. In this point in time, I guess. As to tame it, you know, let's just say the most efficient way to actually tame it is to trap it, which I'm trying to do right here, with some dinosaur gateways and kind of just pinching it in between the bones.
Oh, mate, no.
And then following up by shooting it in the face with a cannon.
Yeah.
Sadly, it doesn't always, you know, go according to plan, even when you do what you think is right.
He's trapped. Fully trapped. Oh, oh. 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 What have I done?
So, after a few days then, from that phoenix attempt, when we tried to tame it the first time, we did end up actually finally getting one, but sadly I was an idiot and just forgot to record because I was so excited. Let's just say I lost one of my Gallimimus. It was a sad day. Though because, you know, the one who really wanted this thing the most was our tribe leader, he's the one who decided to name it, and he named it Anthea. Now, the Phoenix, it's not really a tame that I would use very often, personally. Mainly because let's just say, it just looks cool. It can shoot some fireballs, it can regain stamina while flying, and it has this little cool effect where it can go super fast and just set things on fire that it passes by. So, in like a combat sense of a combat tame, it's good, but I don't really do much fighting. I mainly just resource gather, so it's not really for me to use. I'm pretty much just perfectly happy with my trusty kangaroo and its high amounts of knockback. Pretty much keeping everything from being able to hit me back, while also having a super long range. Whereas, it may not be able to kill super fast, it is still very reliable, and never seems to fail against the common things that you actually have problems with. And the things you do have problems with, well, you just saw right there, you just jump away. It's easy. But, it still isn't perfect, even though it is reliable. There's always a way to speed this up, so I decided to invest a few of those resources I had been gathering for, a painful amount of time, to actually upgrade the equipment I was using to actually gather said resources. So in other words, mainly metal, that's the one that we were struggling for. Thankfully, we do have a mod in the server called an upgrade station. You can spend some resources and, well, yeah, just upgrade the power of the tools you have. And, well, as you can see right here, I'm about to upgrade this thing to max. This will 100% make my life easier for what I was trying to do.
Metal.
Though I am not the only one who had things that they wanted to do.
You want to give me a shot? I want to get shot. Yeah. Oh. Me when I get shot. Oh, it hurts.
And so Gusa here, he wanted to
What dino are you on?
just mess around. Because if you try to play this game too seriously, especially with your friends, you can end up actually hating each other. Let's just say that. Over-efficiency leads to, sorry to say, but quite a toxic relationship with the people you're playing with a lot of the time. So, what was going on here? Gusa just wanted to shoot his teammates. In particular, Terra, and I pretty much just helped him find out which creature to track to find Terra and shoot her.
I can't believe how easy that was to get the answer.
So, right here, it's pretty much just me and Gusa chasing Terra just to shoot her. Gusa is on the Tapajara to my right up in the air, and, well, I don't really have a flyer at this moment, so I'll be using a kangaroo and trying to shoot her with a crossbow, with flaming arrows. We're not really worrying about breaking things, since, it's relatively cheap. Let's just say this was some of the most fun that I've had in terms of just trying to do any sort of PvP in this game. This is super difficult, and, well, yeah, it's just super difficult, and Terra was just screaming, laughing, and crying all at the same time on the other end. I am so upset that PlayStation still cannot record Discord calls.
This is so fun to try and do this.
Though, you know what they say about having too much fun, especially in Ark. It'll take it away very quick.
No. Oh. No. No. No, you can't do this. Oh, just run. Just run. Oh, fucking Microraptors. Fuck you.
So, yeah, let's just say
so I did hit two
that
then.
I was
only one on the
incredibly
oh.
lucky to not just get killed and targeted outright by all the wildlife there. As sadly, they did break some of my armor, but nothing that a little bit of organic polymer won't fix. But do you remember how I said I was upgrading my tools? Well, not just the tools, I was also upgrading my crossbow. And now that I've been introduced to fire arrows, I cannot really live without them, or should I say, kill without them, because fire damage is very, very strong. And let's just say, I found this incredibly funny, to the point where I just started laughing and just couldn't really stop.
Come here, goose. On my screen, it was between the cheeks.
But after all that messing around, I ended up noticing that our organic polymer is kind of low, and we kind of have a lot of uses for polymer. Especially me, since I like to use ghillie armor a lot, which requires organic polymer to actually make and fix and repair and even upgrade. In which the only way to get organic polymer is to kill mantis out in the dunes. And just for good measure, since we're out in the dunes, we're probably going to end up running into a deathworm, in which I asked Terra to come out into the desert with me with the Megatherium. Now, the Megatherium has this cool little gimmick or quirk that whenever it kills a bug, any insect creature, it gets a rage boost, which increases its damage output and decreases, the damage it takes. Though with the desert being so hot, well, this map being so hot, and my ghillie armor not really being good enough, I'm kind of forced back inland, because I'm just taking health damage. But after a quick stop at the base, to heal a little bit, I ended up coming back out, because I wanted more organic polymer, and, well, I was lucky enough to actually come across a deathworm.
Fuck me, man. Okay. Are you able to lead it away? Oh my god, Deathworm.
Now, for anybody with, a very mobile tame, they can also use, ranged weapons while on the back of. Deathworms are not too scary, since, hey, you can just shoot it from afar and just outrun it. As you can see, they cannot move whenever they poke their heads above the sand, and, they're not too fast underground either, really. But, either way, they're still super unnerving, since they still hurt like hell. And apparently, there exists an alpha deathworm, which is apparently like, 5 to 10 times stronger than the original ones. I would say it's kind of easy to kill for me in this situation right here due to, super mobile tame and fire arrows on a crossbow, but thankfully, Terra was around and she had the Megatherium, as I said. And, well, with that Megatherium, she is able to absolutely destroy it, since she had already killed a bug in the desert, which gave her the buff that she needed to do it very, very comfortably. And the bonus for Terra coming out here is that she actually wants to tame a mantis of her own, because mantis can use and wield, the same tools as the players can use. But to tame the mantis, she would need the horns off the deathworm.
Oh, I'm guessing you got the deathworm horn then. Okay. Oh my goodness.
Now, you see this little flappy thing right here? This is a vulture, and these are the most annoying things in this game. Or at least on this map. Reason being is that
Hammer time.
usually a lot of the creatures in this game will just attack the thing you are riding. Instead, vultures, they like to attack the rider and just ignore the thing you're riding. And they pretty much attack anything that harvests any corpse near them, which, is understandable. It's a carrion bird. They kind of just look for... They just look for bodies to eat, right?
Alright, I fucking hate vultures.
So needless to say, I want to kill every vulture I see whenever I see it, because it's always a pain in the ass. But here, I ended up making a mistake right after that deathworm. as Gusa was looking for an acro, an acrocanthosaurus. And I was a bit of a silly Billy and ended up just finding one out in the dunes, and I wanted to try killing it, in the same way I would with a deathworm. It's a little bit harder, mainly just because the acro is actually pretty damn fast. It's like, I don't know, it's like a Giga, almost, for anybody who's played Ark before. It's in the same family. It's strong, it's scary, it's fast, it's... Yeah, you don't want to get hit by it. That's all I can say. But after this long-winded, back and forth of just running around, turning around, and shooting it with flame arrows, I ended up making the mistake of not finding out what level it was, in which it was a 150.
Oh, shit, it was 150.
Now, a level 150 is the highest level tame or creature. That's the highest level you can see out in the wild. And it's good to collect the highest levels you can, so that when you want to start breeding, the babies of those high-level tames have a bit of a head start for if you want to increase their stats for specific things. I think we all understand, the basic trope of higher the level, the better it is to have. But after our outing in the dunes, killing mantises, and encountering deathworms and acros, and vultures, and everything else out there, we came back to base, and I logged off. So here is the next day, where I came on, started to do some more farming, and, we've still got a problem with elephants.
Oh, no. Oh, my God. There's 3 fucking elephants. Get it coming towards base. 3.
These elephants were just driving me crazy. 3 of them, all next to base, and they're all like apex level. They are insane. And the problem for us right now is we have no way to defend our base. Our only way to deal with them is manually, just like this. Either grab a tame and kill them, or multiple tames and kill them, or get them stuck and then shoot them. That's all we can do.
Oh, finally killed one.
As I said in the first video, I vow to get this turret system up and running, just so that we can have a little bit of automated defense for our base. Because the amount of things that run in and just start attacking everything that they see is absolutely ridiculous.
I'm sorry, I can't... Oh, there's more terror birds! Fuck's sake, man! I can't wait to get... I want to get these turrets set up as soon as possible. I cannot wait. Because this is infuriating. Because once I get turrets set up, I won't have to worry about this. Okay.
And so the preparation for the turrets is farm the resources for it, craft the things that are needed to make the ammo, craft the actual turrets themselves, and get them set up. Another big problem we have here that we really need to improve on is that our metal production is very, very slow. Mainly because we're using very primitive forges, as that's all we have access to right now. Farming the metal, pretty damn fast. Cooking the metal into ingots to actually use to build with, very, very slow. Making bullets as well is also quite the pain in this moment, mainly because to make charcoal, or should I say to make bullets, you need to make gunpowder. To make gunpowder, you need charcoal. And charcoal you get from sticking wood in a furnace, or, a forge, until it just becomes charcoal from burning. Thankfully, we can still use that wood to smelt the ingots. It doesn't, it has multi-purpose, so we get charcoal and we get metal ingots. It's a win-win. I just wish it was faster. But I must say, this is kind of one of those situations where you can just stay in your base, but still never stop doing anything. Just because the amount of micromanaging in Ark overall, especially if you want to progress with things, is absolutely insane. And I love and hate it at the same time. Though, obviously, this is a game, remember? Not an actual job, so don't forget to have a mess around every now and then. Though, after, way too long of doing this, finding resources, crafting items, defending the base, I finally got to the point where I could actually place some turrets for just something to defend us, just something to help. As really, I just know that once we have these up, it is our true turning point of, it is a big achievement to get rid of some of our struggles.
I think that was a good demonstration of this.
So now all I really need to do is keep up my turret production and bullet production, just for a little bit until we get high enough to make it even faster. And, well, that's one big problem solved with, just base defense. No longer will we need to worry about the base being infested with terror birds or possibly elephants, as the turrets will just mow everything down.
Oh, mate, the sandstorm, it just looks so fucking cool! Just this giant wall coming towards you. Oh, envelop me. No, Abyss, no, let's not say that. Just envelop me. Ah, yes, I am feeling enveloped.
I do not care what anyone says, that is easily one of the coolest effects I've seen in pretty much any game that has, dynamic weather.
Beat of the drum goes round and round. Wait, I've lost my envelopment. Shit. Oh, and the fact that you can watch the fucking storm go away as well.
And now for yet another problem for us to solve. The base is getting pretty damn laggy, and the reason is because we have so many tames just sitting out, and the movements they do just passively, just existing. Well, yeah, it's a lot of moving parts, and it creates frame lag a lot of the time. So my idea here is to go out and, as always, collect some resources, and then make some cryopods. And what are cryopods, you might ask? Exactly. They are Pokeballs. They are literally just Pokeballs. Though on the Ascended version of Ark, in other words, the version we're playing on right now, you can only throw out creatures out of the Pokeball. Let's call it a Pokeball. You can only throw them out of that while near a certain station, which is called a cryo fridge. And so having cryopods, they are very useful for actually bringing back the creatures that you tame out in the wild safely. It means you don't have to have them following behind the tame you already brought out to tame them in the first place. But since the base is lagging a bit, it's good to just, put some dinos away, just to help the people who don't have godlike systems to run the game. Instead, they're nice and safe and sound in this cryo fridge, free for anybody to just grab out of the fridge and throw out and start using. Now, with all this time that I've spent just using the kangaroo for resource gathering and pretty much everything, I've noticed one thing that's really weird. In the game, there is a specific bird called an Argentavis, and let's just say this bird has so many uses. It could be a great fighter bird, it could be a tanky bird, it could be a weight-carrying bird, so in other words, to transport things. It can also pick up other players for more transport. It's so versatile. I ended up asking one of our tribe mates, Elite, to kind of just try and tame us a breeding pair so that, since I'm not the greatest at taming things, I can just breed them, get an egg, and then raise a baby. Which, of course, there's only one name I could come up with. Barbara. Even though it is a male bird. But after being fully grown, I am incredibly happy, as I finally have a flyer. We ended up actually getting a phoenix before we got an Argentavis. How? And the very cool thing about Argentavis, or just any flyer that's able to, as you can see, pick things up, is that, well, yeah, you can pick some stuff up and then drop it in front of the turrets. Yeah, I think we solved quite a good amount of problems here. So, we went over quite a lot right there. That's quite a lot of work went into that, and it took quite a while. And funny part is, I still have a lot more footage to go through. Just waiting for me to work through it. I'll try and get it out at a faster pace. Either way, I hope you all enjoyed the video, and I hope you all have a lovely day. Bye!